guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Vidya and I talk everything books, recommendations, reviews, everything about books. If you are back to my channel, then hi and welcome back. Today I wanted to bring to you some amazing recommendations for the fall autumn season. I know in India it's not necessarily fall autumn everywhere, but then I like to read autumnish and fall books during this season. So August, September and the half of October, I'm mostly reading books related to fall or autumn, and they're primarily all cozy books because I really like to feel cozy during this time before Halloweenish. So towards the end of October, I'll start giving you recommendations for Halloween, witchy, spooky, dark academia books. But for now, I want to give you a list of beautiful books that you can pick up this season that is going to be really cozy, curl up with a book, find yourself on a couch, books like that. So let's get right into it. So the first book that I want to recommend is Cat Dragon. This is not yet released. It's going to be published sometime in September, and I really hope that it comes immediately because I want to get my hands on it before October end. This is a cute tale about a girl who bonds with cat dragons. So everyone in that town bonds with their cat dragon, and she hasn't found her bonded cat dragon yet, and she has failed 13 times, and finally she meets this particular cat that she bonds with. And I just love the fact that it's got animals in it and it's very whimsical. It's got a very cozy fantasy vibe, and just look at the cover. It is so autumnish, and I'm thinking this takes place during this time frame as well. So it's got magic, whimsical elements, cats, dragons, and a cute little town set in a whimsical place. So definitely highly recommend. I can't wait to read this book. It just sounds so fascinating and so fantasical that I want to get right into it. The next book that I wanted to recommend is Pumpkin Heads. Now this is my most favorite book that I love to read during this season. I read this every year. This is not a new book. Some of these books that I'm going to recommend are not going to be new books, but some of them may be, but I am recommending them because I love them. This is a graphic novel. So if you look inside, it looks like this, but it is the perfect book to read for fall. It's got like the whole ambiance is pumpkin patches, green fields full of people going for like corn mazes, and then there's like this pumpkin festival, and it's about these two friends who are going, it's their last fall before they go to college, and so they're feeling a little bit down on the low, and so they head for this amazing pumpkin festival, and just a fun tale where they try to cheer each other up, and the illustrations are also so beautiful. It's so pretty and so giving. I don't know, I just love this book, and reading it this time of the year always makes me so happy. It's got everything you can ask for in a fall season: pumpkins, corn mazes, fields, festivals, falling leaves, the brown shade everywhere. So it's just perfect. So if you're looking for, like, out of all my recommendations, if you want just like one book that you're planning to pick up, then let it be this one. The next book that I want to recommend is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lottie Gilmore. This is a beautiful, cozy, romantic mystery small town kind of book, and that's why I love it. This is the first book. It has a series, and each book is for a particular season. This one is for fall, and there's another one for Christmas, and there's another one for spring. So there are like so many different books, but this one is amazing. It's like this completely romantic Gilmore Girls type of book, and the story is about this girl who gets inherited a pumpkin spice cafe in a small town. So she leaves everything in the city and goes to the small town to run this cafe, and there she meets Logan, who is this heartthrob, and this whole story revolves around this cozy mystery kind of ambience, and it is just beautiful. It's like it'll give you the smile, but at the same time it'll give you so many feels. It's like the perfect romantic setting. So that is one of the reasons why I wanted to recommend this book. The next book that I wanted to recommend is Legends and Lattes by Travis Balder. Now this is the first book in the Legends and Lattes series. There are 3 books so far, and the third book is getting released this year. And I would have ideally recommended that one, but I wanted to recommend this one first because if you haven't read it, you should before you get to the third one. This is amazing. This is high fantasy, good company, great friends, small town, totally mystical world. It's just amazing. It's got like swords and fights and creatures who are like warriors. Oh, it's just amazing. And the highlight of this book is it's like the perfect cozy fantasy book in the aspect that you don't get into this book expecting something to happen every page. So if you're looking for something that is heavily plot driven, this is not. This is character driven, but at the same time it's not humongously character driven, you know what I mean? It's just like a breezy story. So it's about Viv, who just comes to like she's a warrior, and then she stops all her like fights, and then she decides to retire. So she comes to this small town and she wants to set up a coffee shop, except in this high fantasy world nobody knows what's coffee, and she had coffee in one of her quests. So she wanted to come and open up a coffee shop because she loves coffee and she wanted everyone to also experience what she did. So she goes on to buy a piece of land where she acquires a shop, and then she creates like a coffee brewery in it, and she recruits 2 people, and then she starts selling coffee. It's just amazing. So like I said, this everything that I said happens during the course of the book. So it's just her setting up the shop, recruiting people, making everything cozy, and then getting customers in. It's just a very slow book, but for some reason I was heavily invested in it because it was just so much fun spending time with Viv setting up all of this. I don't know if you like kind of like books like that where nothing necessarily happens, but by the end of the book you have a smile on your face. Then this is the book that you want to go to. Now I don't know how book 3 is going to be, or book 2 for that matter. I haven't gotten to it yet. But if you want to follow her journey, then definitely check out the other books in the series. But for a start, I would highly recommend Legends and Lattes. The next book I wanted to recommend is Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant. Now, I know I said I'm not recommending any Halloweenish books, but then why I'm recommending this is because it's got a lot of coziness and pumpkinness and everything that you expect in fall in this book, not necessarily creepiness and ghosts that scare you. So these are like ghosts that you feel cozy with for some reason. So that is why I'm recommending this book. So this is not one of those things that's gonna spook you out. It's more so a cozy, Halloweeny, but still fall book. So that's why I'm recommending this book. This is a series, but this is book 4 of the Beacon Baker Shop series, where we follow Lindsay, who has a baker shop set on top of a lighthouse, and apparently that lighthouse is haunted. So she invites her friend as part of Halloween to do a live ghost hunting in the lighthouse, but then she gets really protective of the ghost that apparently is haunting the lighthouse. So there is so much that happens in this book. I thought it was a brilliant, and the way it's weaved between not being too spooky, but at the same, it's like Casper the Friendly Ghost kind of scary. It's not scary at all. It's more like friendly and fun, and it gives you so much autumnish vibes with like a sprinkle of Halloween on top. So highly recommend this towards the end of October. Maybe not like during Halloween, because I think you can read more spooky books at that point in time. But this is again a great book to like read during this season. The next book that I want to recommend is The Cider Shop Rules. Now this is book 3 in like the Cider Shop Mysteries, and I'm specifically recommending this book because it's perfect for the fall season. It's got like pumpkin patches, it's got like corn mazes again, it's similar to Pumpkinheads except that this is not a graphic novel, and there is like a murder mystery that happens during the course of this book, and we end up going to investigate this murder mystery, thereby making it a little bit thrilling as well. So this is about a girl who has like this cider shop, and then there is a pumpkin farm where like there is a festival happening in the pumpkin farm, and all of the things that I just mentioned are there in the farm, but that's where the murder happens. So we spend the rest of the time investigating this murder, but it's so perfectly set up in a pumpkin farm that you feel like you've never gotten out of the fall feel yet at all. So that is why I recommend this book. It's really cozy and sweet and nice and fun at the same time, very relaxing, even though it's like an investigative murder book. The next book that I'm recommending is Checking Out Crime, and I just love the cover of this book. It just looks amazing, and what I really love about this book is that it's got like this perfect fall vibes, but this is also a murder mystery, and it's there's a hit and run that takes place near the bookshop, and she's determined to solve that crime because the bicycle is dead because of the hit and run. And what starts out as a murder case evolves into something much more sinister, but at the same time, I think that the setup, the ambience, the way the story is written, everything is just so brilliantly set up for the fall season. You feel like you're into the autumn season itself. So again, a great pickup during this time. The next book I'm recommending is Bramley Hedge. Now, this is a children's book technically, but this is an amazing book to read during the autumn season. Especially the particular story I'm talking about is Autumn Story. Now, there's generally other stories as well. So I have the complete collection with me. So this has like spring story, summer story, autumn story, winter story, sea story, and a few other stories as well of the characters. But you will get the autumn story separately as well as a thinner book, and that is specifically what I wanted to recommend just because of these illustrations. It's just got gorgeous illustrations of the autumn season, and you just feel so into it, and you just it just feels great to read this during, you know, one of those crisp early mornings when the leaves are falling, and you can just read this book and it makes you feel so relaxed and so cozy. I just love to romanticize the whole season. It's a great way to like feel nature and feel the season and feel so involved, and I love Autumn Story. It's just the perfect illustrations of the book. So that is another thing that I wanted to recommend. The next book I'm recommending is Autumn Chills by Agatha Christie. Now, this is a series of short stories. It's got all of her investigators as part of this. There's Poirot, there's Madame Marple, everyone is there, and in each of these short stories, and all of the stories are handpicked for the particular fall season. So each story has got its own whodunits, but at the same time the settings are like cottages or haunted manors or something related to the autumn season. So you could always read like one short story at a time, and if you want like a quick read, this is a perfect way to get into the fall spirit. If you're looking for something that's less intimidating and something a lot easier, I definitely recommend this one. And the last book that I'm here to recommend is The Hobbit. Now, I can't do so without a classic in every recommendation video. So for the classic, for this recommendation video, I'm picking The Hobbit purely because of its vibes. I feel like The Lord of the Rings is more spring. I don't know why. And I feel like The Hobbit is more fall, autumnish. Maybe because it takes place sometime during that time, but I feel like The Hobbit is always meant to be a fall, autumn book and not a spring, summer book like The Lord of the Rings. It's not necessarily directly autumnish or fall in the book, but whenever I read it, I feel like that's how it is set up. So I would definitely recommend reading The Hobbit. Of course, it's not for like beginner readers or anything. The Hobbit is a little bit more difficult to read, but not as difficult as The Lord of the Rings. So if you're a little bit more of an adventure reader and you like Lord of the Rings or you like Hobbit, then I would definitely recommend reading this book. Or if you don't want to read this book, you can still watch the Hobbit movies. The trilogy is brilliant as well, and I think you will get the feeling of the season more. Another way that you can read this book is if you can play the Hobbit soundtrack as you read this book on your iPad or on your phone or whatever. That soundtrack will get you in the mood for this book for sure, and the soundtrack for Hobbit is perfect for fall or autumn. So I'm a definite Hobbiton person, and so I'm recommending this book. And that's about it. So those are all the books that I wanted to recommend for the fall autumn season. I hope you loved these recommendations. I'll be back with another video. Of course, different recommendations for different seasons, but also other videos as well. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.